Right. Oh, there's now. Okay.
Okay, Likutei Moharan.
A second.
Okay, but being that the film is running over here already, let me just. We are learning Torah Dalet, and we're holding Basi'if Yud Beis. Now, the Rebbe is going to explain how this whole Mahalach is also the guiding principle behind the process of lighting Hanukkah candles. וזה בחינס מצווה נר חנוכה, ברוך אתה אדינו אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל ימינו. אמן. Copycatter. וזה בחינס מצווה חנוכה. שמצווה זו להדליק סמוך לפסח הבית. כהדלוקת נר חנוכה, what you're actually doing by lighting נר חנוכה, הוא בחינס אורס הכובד. The light of נר חנוכה is a trickle-down manifestation of the illumination of the Kol Kodesh Baruch Hu. B'vchinas ve'ha'aretz hi ira michvaydei. This is how you know, the land was illuminated from Hashem's kavod, from Hashem's honor. So you see that Hashem's honor is illuminating. It's or and kavod. So that's why the light of Hanukkah candle is the illumination of the Kol Kodesh Baruch Hu in the world. So that's why the mitzvah of Hanukkah lahadlik samuch lePesach, to dafka, to light up close to the Pesach, to the opening. This is a remez. There's a mystery behind that simple fact that you're supposed to do it next to the door, to the opening. The pischoiler, that's the supernal opening. Shehu b'chinas yira. That's the yira. That's the yira, the awe. That's the supernal opening to get into the kedusha and to get the high madregas. This says there's a Gemara that says anybody has Torah but doesn't have Yira. The Gemara gives a mashal. What is it like? It's likened to a silo full with grain that has no door. So what is the door? The door is the Yira. Through Yir Shamayim you get to the silo, you get to the goodies, you get to the Torah, you get to the high madregas. So the supernal, the upper opening is the Yira. So you're supposed to light the Ner Chanukah close with the Pesach Elul. Hainu lachzir koved l'shol shoy, to return the Kol Kodesh Baruch Hu to its root, the Hainu l'Yira. In other words, to the awe. And when does the honor Kodesh Baruch Hu is elevated to its root? When you get people to do tshuva. That's the main code of the Kodesh Baruch Hu. And that's the reason why the actual time when you're supposed to light up the Ner Chanukah, which is the illumination of the covet in the world, from the time that the stars come out until the people are no longer in the market. Okay, now until the markets close. And people are not roaming around the market because nobody sells, nobody buys. The coming out of the stars is a euphemism for making people do tshuva. Those who make the multitudes become tzaddikim, they're like stars. This is what Rashi says. So that's why the stars are alluding to what? The stars are alluding to Matzdikei Arabim, to the people that bring people b'tshuva. The Hainu Shem Matzdikei Arabim. They are the one who just the multitudes. V'oisim who justify the multitudes. V'oisim b'alei tshuva v'gerim. They produce, they make b'alei tshuva and gerim. They cause people to do tshuva and gerim to convert. So they say this illuminates the cover, and it returns to its root, Shua Yira. Well, they say when the cover comes to the Yira, and therefore all the blemishes of the Yira are being rectified. Zerchel min shalom, then you zerchel to shalom, to internal peace between the body and the soul, and it's both machlokes, and then the disputes are eradicated. This is alluded to in the next thing, until the regel will no longer exist in a place called shuk, a market. Okay? Shuk, the market is the euphemism for the outside places, Shusarabim, the shuk, that's the place of the chitzonium. Regel is Zebchinas Nirgan Mafrid Olav. Regel is instigation. Nirgan Mafrid Olav, the Hainu Balel Lashonara, the people who are Balel Lashonara Machlekes, HaHoilchim, Umeraglim, Umedamim, Rechilis Lashonara, ועושים מריבה ומחלוקת בין אום לחבר ובין איש לאשתו. Regel is it's called Hergel Avera. This is and how does the Balel Lashonara call Tehillim? Lo Rogal al Lashoinai. Lo Rogal means he didn't speak Lashonara. It says, who is the fortunate person? Says David HaMelech. Lo Rogal al Lashoinai. There's no Lashonara on his tongue. Lashonara doesn't pass his mouth. So this regel is, what did the people speak Lashon? What did they do? They instigate a fight. Guess what he said? He said this about you. And he said, okay, so I don't want to tell you what this guy said, because they should get upset. Or telling your wife, listen, I'm not happy about what your husband is doing. I mean, if I would watch out for him. It's like, are you sure that he's going to where he says he's going to Shem Yirachim? Says the guy. What for kid? Shem Yirachim, Shem Yirachim, Shem Yirachim. This eludes of regel is the eludes of machlokes. The same bechina or the machlokes in the Ashur is also in the ruchnis. In other words, it's not only something which is physically present in the world, also spiritually. It's a state. The Sitra Achra and the Klippas, they're trying to entice a person to do a big machlokes between his body and his soul, until he reaches the state of En Shalom B'Atzomai. There's no peace in my very being, because of my sins. There's no inner peace. There's no serenity. Both the physical machlokes between people and the inner machlokes between a person himself, they're actually one thing. They all both come from the same source. This is, you have to illuminate and to this the Chanukah close to the opening. You have to take the sherish, the covet, and illuminate it close to the Pesach. The covet, to illuminate the covet, light up the covet, bring it to the root of the year. עד שיזכה לשלום, לבטל אחד הנרגע מפריד אולף, until you acquire peace and eradicate the נרגע מפריד אולף, וזה עד שתכלו רגל מן השוק, until regel would be eradicated from the shuk. Regel is Lashonarniks, shuk is the chitzonim, until the machlekes making, the git and the shamalach that are making fights, that principle would be taken out of the shitbatel bala lashonah v'rechilas. Those that are saying lashonah v'rechilas, they will, ashirogal l'shoinam. In their, they have lashonah, they have slander on the tongues, and which their place is on the outside place is called shuk. And then, when you light up the Ner Chanukah close to the opening, which means when you lift up the Kodesh Baruch Hu to its roots, okay, it brings about, the Balachuvins in Gerim. By making Balachuvin Gerim, this extricates the capacity of making machlokes from the klippas, which means they cannot, instigate a dispute between your body and your soul. It's a little bit. What happened here? Suddenly I feel like, what's different today?
Why?
What?
Why?
Yeah, maybe that is the thing that is so different.
You feel?
Sure do. Well, Deish Ashalom, and through the Shalom, Zechin at Tefillah. Once you have inner peace, you're Zechin at Tefillah. This is how you achieve the overall peace. Shalom b'chol ha'olam, there's peace in all the realms. Okay? Then you achieve overall peace. As in the future, Azais Batel Rebbe says something very interesting. Azais Batel, before we go in with this, I just want to tell you that you might wonder, maybe not, but you might wonder, some people might wonder, maybe not you, but some people might wonder, maybe some of you might wonder, I don't know. Why do we need to know that this is the principle behind Adlokas Nechanukkah? Once we learn the principle, I'm sure, like Reb Nosson says in Likutei Moharan, you see that Reb Nosson applies the Rebbe's principle to the entire Shulchan Aruch. So, you might ask, but not, but you might ask, what do we gain out of the fact that the Rebbe, except of course, besides knowing what the Rebbe says, which in itself is a tikkun, is that tzloch and it's an eternal success. What does it give us? What does it add that we know that this is the guiding principle behind Adlokas Nechanukkah? The answer, or at least one of the answers, is that now you know, before you light up Ner Chanukah, that this is what you're doing. Not when you light it, you're mechavan as you do it. No, you light pashut. We don't hold of kavanas. But before you light the Ner Chanukah, you can come to Kodesh Baruch and say, I'm going to be lighting and look at Ner Chanukah. Now, I don't know any kavanas. Besides, the Rebbe says, don't use any kavanas, just pashut. But the Rebbe revealed to us that by lighting Ner Chanukah, You know?
Yeah.
You elevate your Kavod Ribbon Shalom to its root in the era through making voluptuous and gay. That separates the Nirgon Mafrid Olav, that separates the Gittin Shomalach, the instigators, from the Shuk, that brings in a Shalom, inner peace, that brings world peace. Maybe they be Rotzen before you, Rebbeinu Shalom. I'm going to light the candles Pashas, I don't know any commands, whatever it is. The bischus of lighting this, biskasha to the tzaddik, that all these things will be helped along by this. And then you just light up you just light up this and you light the pashut, without shameless, without anything. This is a key. To Advarka's verse. Now it says, this Shalom HaKlali, now the Rebbe tells a very interesting mahalach, but it's a revelation. Through the Shalom Zechet and Tefillah, then he gets into world peace, to Shalom HaOlamos, Vazai, when you get to the overall peace. The Rebbe says, Azai is botel kol ha'maso mata min ha'olam. All business transactions will stop, will cease. The Rebbe says something very interesting. Ki kol ha'masa matan sheba'olam, all the business transactions in the world, all the commerce in the world, u'meheder shalom, is from the lack of peace. Ki אי אפשר שיהיה רוצן המריחה והכל שווה. The will of the goal of the seller and the buyer cannot be the same. כי זה רוצה למכור, וזה רוצה לקנות. This one wants to buy, this one wants to sell. ואם היה רצון שווה, and if they both had the same will, לא היה אפשר שיהיה נעשה שום משא ומתן. There wouldn't be any business transactions available. So therefore it is found that even though on the outside it looks that what could be more fitting? This one wants to buy, this one wants to sell. Bada bing, bada boom. It's a shidduch. Actually, it's a machlokes. Just happens to be a machlokes and one fits the other. So there's a tikkun to do masa matan be'emuna. But the root of it, of commerce, is machlokes. Nimtza shekol hamasa matan v'aschiris hu rak al yedei machlokes. All the businesses and all the selling stuff is machlokes. V'she'en shalom ben ha'retzonos. There's no okay, there's no, and Shalom and Retzonos, the Retzonos are not the same, there's no peace between the Retzonos. This is what it says, and there was an argument between the shepherds of the cattle of Avram, and the shepherds of the cattle of Lot. And the Knani is then in the land. What on earth does the Knani do in this sentence? Why does the Torah all of a sudden says, okay, there was an argument between his shepherds, and it doesn't say that the land was green or brown and the sky was blue. It doesn't say that. He says, and you know what? The Knani was then in the land. Why? He says, the Knani b'chinas soicher, as Rashi says. Knani is a soicher, Knan beyodoi mozne mirmo. It says, Knan beyodoi Knan is a euphemism for Soicha. It's like they say like a Persian market, it's like the unknown Soichim, or Damascus market, it's that service is, in his hand he's holding my mind refused to work. No, it's who knows what, at the best of times, but the scales of fraud. Knan alludes to a seicha, to a merchant. It is through that essence of, or this aspect or principle of argument and dispute. And there was an argument a dispute between, the shepherds of Avra, shepherds of Lot. That brought about the existence of Knani, of a seicher, of a merchant in the land. This brings about seicherim of masamatan ba'olam, merchants and business relations in the world. But in the future, Shea Shalom Mufla ba'olam will be total peace in the world, will be a wondrous peace. And a wolf will live with sheep, and a tiger with a goat, with a kid. Then there'll be no more business in the world. There won't need to conduct business anymore. Until there'll be no more regel in the shuk. The mitzvah of lighting Chanukah is until dafka. What is the euphemism it uses to say until the dispute makers will be no longer? It says people will no longer walk in the market. It's also people going around. That's the al pipshat. That's what it says. The Hainu Shalom is such a peace. Shenasa alidei achzoras hakovad kanal. Batel kol amasa matan kanal. Until commerce will be totally eradicated. Until the regel will be totally out of the shuk. Shelo yisher shum regel b'shuk. Nobody will be in the market. All the business transactions will be gone. Will cease. Okay. Comes the question. So how will you get what you need? Right?
Good question.
The answer, how come does your wife pay you for cooking? No. Do you pay your wife for making shekels? Your kids pay you for the food they eat. So, how does it go? How come you get what you need, your wife gets what you need, your kids get what you need? How does it happen? There's such an ahava and peace between you people that each one gives the other what he needs. Each one pitches in what he can. And he gets what he needs. The more peace there is, the more ahava there is, the more everybody gets what they need. The reason why there is masal matan in the church is because I don't want to give you diddly. I want to take from you. I'm going to give you unless I give you. Okay, take. There's a real reason for masal matan. But if we had ahava and shalom between us,
You just give.
I need to eat. You have food, you give me. You need money, I have, I give you. What's the So the real reason why things transpire through the process of commerce is because really it's machlekes. I don't want to give you anything. In fact, I remember Rabbi Yaakov Meir Shechter once said, what is the difference between business, the kedusha, and business which is based on tumah? The business which is based on kedusha is when people take in order to give. Their principle is to give. How they take? They have to take. What do you mean? They have their own families, they have to give for them. Business b'tumah, they give in order to take. The main thing is taking. How they give? They have to give, otherwise you would give them. Okay, so they can take. Set up to take. You go to a business. You can see it. The guy's there. He says, "Yeah, what do you want?" Oh, this is Salah. You went already. You went away already. It was Axing cup already. A business of kedusha is what happens. Milk is bad, no problem. We'll take another one, no problem. It's like you can tell. You can tell the. In fact, when you walk into a successful business, you get the feeling that you're getting you pay, you gladly pay. You gladly pay for what you get because you get it. A business which is not b'kedusha is, they give you feel like gazlonim. There's certain businesses that are like, it's very difficult to, if somebody can go to car repair shops. It's difficult. People go there like they're going to surgery. Because they don't know, because they're 100% sure they're being hacked. And they're probably true. They're probably right as well. But what can they do? The car doesn't work. So then the guy says, listen, it's this and this problem. Okay, fine. Then the car is already up on the lift, and they take out whatever they take out. They say, oh, by the way, they call you up and say, listen, once we took it apart, we found that it's also this and this and this and this and that. They says, so what you say? It's already taken apart. What should I do? Should I put it together again? Take care of it. Sounds familiar? This is business shebetuma. Whenever it is that you don't feel that you're getting, when you go to a Rolls-Royce agency, I don't know when's the last time you went, but one of those times. You go there, especially if they're nice.
Sure.
They're nice to you. No, it's like they're being nice to you. Is it?
Yeah.
Any kind of business that is giving you something which is unique, which is exciting, which is this. The experience of going, you gladly give them. So even though the retainees are opposite, That's the word I was looking for. Duh. Even though the returns are opposite, nevertheless, there is an air of giving to one another. You as a servant, you're giving me the service. I'm giving you money. Biyad Rechavah, gladly, I'm gladly paying you. That's business with Kedusha. B'ezrat Hashem, tomorrow we'll explain why that the more the person elevates the cover to its shirish, the more he respects people of Yerushalayim.